Welcome to part 2 of the Discipline of Songwriting. We've talked a lot about the gift of songwriting, but of course the other side is the hard work that you put in. So I'm going to draw heavily in this session from research done by a psychologist named Keith Sawyer, who wrote a book called The Science of Human Innovation. Time magazine interviewed him several years ago, and here's what he says. Innovation requires no special thought processes. Creative people just work harder at it. So hard work. And he says that extensive research has shown that when you're creative, your brain is using the same mental building blocks that you use every day, like you're figuring out your way around a traffic jam. Which makes a lot of sense to me because in songwriting, after I have the main thrust of the song, I need to do a lot of fitting the pieces of a puzzle together. So I will have a phrase that I really like, but it has too many syllables or not enough syllables to fit the melody I have. Or I definitely want to keep that phrase, so I have to change the melody so it matches the number of syllables in that phrase. Or I want to move that lyric from one section of the song to another, so I have to rewrite the melody. Keith Sawyer was asked the question, how do you explain the aha moment we've all had in the shower or the gym or anywhere else but at work? And he talked about the 3 B's, the bathtub, the bed, and the bus, places where ideas have famously and suddenly emerged. When we take time off from working on a problem, we change what we're doing, we change our context, and that can activate different areas of our brain. And then the answer comes all of a sudden when you change that context. And I've experienced that many times. Remember one time I was at my kids' soccer practice, walking around the field as they were practicing. And I got the great answer to how to finish this chorus. And it was very simple. The phrase I got just fit perfectly. That idea would not come if I was sitting at my computer or sitting with a guitar in a room. I just had to click into another frame of mind. When I'm working on a song and then I take a break, so let's say I go on a jog or I have a meal, my brain is still working on that song in the back portions of my brain somewhere, and I'm always typing in new lines into my phone and emailing them to myself while I'm on these breaks because new ideas come. So you may get the idea in bed. That's just happened to me a couple of weeks ago. In this case, I couldn't sleep, but I had this great idea. I thought it was great anyway. So I just started typing all kinds of lines into my phone, and within the next few days I had a song that I really liked. Sawyer goes on to say that we find that creativity happens not with one brilliant flash, but in a chain reaction of many tiny sparks while executing an idea. Talks about the Wright brothers working the bugs out of the plane so that the plane could really fly, which took hundreds of different experiments over and over again until they found the answer.